You stand back, I'll answer you.
Why are you filming?
Can you stand back, mate? What's going on?
You're not allowed to film police stations.
I'm not allowed to police.
Okay, you're detained at the moment.
Okay,
section 1.
Alright, you can do it. Alright, I'll put it on the floor. It's alright. It's alright, there's no bother, mate.
Footage courtesy of Coleyberks. Link in description. Subscribe to Audit Insight, where the truth behind police accountability is exposed. He lifts his camera and instantly becomes a suspect. 15 seconds, that's all it takes for calm to turn into conflict, and this is where Colindale Police Station makes its biggest mistake. Moments before this, he quietly approached the gates, documenting public property. No trespass, no threat, just filming. But the moment he hit record, control turned to chaos.
I'll put it on the floor. It's alright. It's alright, there's no bother, mate. It's alright. I'll put it on the floor. I'll put it on the floor.
Yeah, we're here.
It's not going anywhere. You see my hands? Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Why are you cuffing me? Am I hostile?
We're going down.
That's what we're checking, mate.
You don't have to touch that, man. Okay, so just for a bit of context, this officer right here just cuffed me. I don't know if you'll see that footage.
Why are you filming? The question echoes like a warning. Instead of professionalism, there's panic, and within seconds, he's in cuffs.
Footage. This kind officer's just taken me out of cuffs. This is a lady, what's your name, sorry?
PC Emily Gilroy.
Emily Gilroy. Where are you from, Miss Gilroy?
Counter-terrorism.
Counter-terrorism unit. So we've had a bit of compromise. She's agreed to speak to me. Well, I've agreed to speak to her as long as the cuffs were taken off. So now we're having this conversation. So, Miss Gilroy, what do you want to know?
Well, I want to know why you came in filming the back gates, which has led to you being in handcuffs when officers arrived because they didn't know what you were doing and you didn't want to provide your details.
Because I'm documenting abuse of like terrorism legislation, stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, legally, I don't have to actually give you a reason. I don't have
The
to
badge
account.
says counter-terrorism. The charge, curiosity, the fear. Accountability, they call it protocol. He calls it
The
intimidation.
reason I don't have to account, so I don't actually have to say anything. But
Okay, but it's going to make us suspicious, isn't it?
okay, yeah, but legally speaking, I don't have to account for myself in a public place. Is this a public place?
Yes, of course it is.
Okay, so technically, if I'm in a public place doing legal activity, I don't have to account for myself, right?
Right,
So technically,
but
I don't even have to say anything,
No,
right?
That's fine, absolutely fine. I'm not disputing that. But you've got to appreciate these officers are just doing their job.
He gives his answer calm, precise. I'm documenting misuse of legislation. But reason means nothing when authority feels challenged.
I thought you were the one that was asking me.
Well, obviously we want to know.
I would like to. All right, then. All right. Let me ask you a question. I've got a question for you. You ready? What would it?
Can you answer me why you were filming the back gates first? Let's be
I've
fair.
literally just answered the question. I'm documenting abuse of legislation by police officers.
Well, what's the abuse of legislation? Where's it been abused?
So I've just been cuffed and searched without reasonable grounds.
But that was after you started filming.
Yeah, of course. But I am allowed to
the
film this.
abuse?
Look, guess what? I can stand here and film this as much as I like. Does it?
Okay.
I don't know if that's computed. All right, you have a listen. You have a right to speak to me. Fine.
In public space, he stands his ground. No aggression, just knowledge. He quotes the law, and their silence proves he's right.
My job to tell you.
Just first names.
It's not my job. It's not my job to do that.
Not your job to give me your first name.
Ah, look, well, why would I give you my first name?
Just so we can have a conversation and I can call you Nick or whatever your first name is.
Why don't you call me like Sir or Handsome or something like that?
Okay, so you've come to just film the gates just for the reason you've given, yeah? Okay, is there any other issues that I can help you with today?
I would like you to explain the grounds for the search. Because he first said section 1 of PACE, then they changed it to section 47 of the Terrorism Act, which
43.
as you know, no, they changed it to 47.
Right.
And as you know, it has to be authorised by an inspector. The inspector himself didn't know that.
Confusion spreads like wildfire. Section 1, 43, 47. Even the inspector doesn't know. When authority forgets its own rules, truth wins by default.
Section 1, and then it was section 47, and what is it now?
I think there was
So
a
why
bit
don't you write me a
confusion.
why don't you write me a copy
I
of the
will
search
do,
slip, yeah?
I will
How
do.
about you do it right now?
I'll go upstairs and do it.
Okay,
I'll give it back
how about
to
you do
yeah?
it? How about you do
I
that
haven't
for me
got one in my
straight away?
pocket, but I'll get it.
All right. So what is it then, mate? Was it section 1 or 47?
I think it's 43. But
Was it 43?
I'll write it down and I'll confirm it for you. All right?
You do that, yeah?
I will.
Good lad.
All right.
Well, if you're
Now,
not
identify yourself. 1288.
There you
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, listen. If you're
Well,
not
cool. Are we
gonna-
done? Am I free to go?
I thought you wanted a copy of the search.
Yeah, I do. Go grab that for me, mate. Yeah.
He flips the power dynamic. From detainee to teacher, he knows their code better than they do. The camera becomes his shield, and the law, his armor. Minutes later, the tension fades, but the lesson lingers. He's calm. They're cautious. Every second filmed is evidence. Every silence an admission of guilt.
So you're Coley Burks.
I am Coley Burke. See how hard was that? We didn't
I
have to do all
know,
this.
I
Yeah. So
know.
what was the
Well,
need
if
for
you
all
did,
that?
Why didn't you just tell me you were Coley Burks?
Yeah. I must say you are very beautiful, though.
Thank you.
Am I allowed to say that?
Why do you film police stations? What's it all
I've
about?
told you.
But you've been going around filming different police stations.
Yeah, and I
but
can, because
why?
I can.
I know you can, but what are you getting from it? I know you can.
I think it would be difficult for me to explain it to you.
Now speaks gently. No aggression, just damage control. He's earned their respect without raising his voice. Knowledge disarms faster than force.
So it happens to
But
be.
for what I'm genuinely interested.
Okay, so
For what
if you let
purpose?
me explain. So it happens to be that many officers are just kind of intent on violating people's rights without any given kind of reason or grounds. Do you know what I mean? We've got officers here. Even your inspector himself, he didn't have a clue what he was talking about. He was saying section 47
Well,
didn't
you
need to
thought
be.
he didn't,
No, but he didn't though, and I could tell he did it. That's why he scarpered. Do you not understand the point? We're here to find the bad apples, so
might
to
have had
speak.
something else to
That you're
attend
probably
to.
one of the better ones. Do you know what I mean? But it's like a lot of the way that the police go about it. It's like ultimately this is a free country. Does that make sense?
I'm not here to provoke. I'm here to educate. He calls it civil activism. Filming isn't a stunt, and it's a statement. A mirror held up to power.
It doesn't
You
matter. I'm
gotta
still going to do
understand,
this.
the
I'm still going to
police
do
have
this.
got a job to do.
No, they do have a job to do, but there's ways to go about doing such jobs. Like he didn't even like give me even 5 seconds to explain what it is I'm here. What it is I'm
That you're
doing
here
here and
for,
what my
yeah.
purpose is. Obviously, I'm not here for any trouble. I'm not here just to
All
make
right,
the
well,
police
we
look
don't
bad.
know
Like you're not
that.
going to look bad. This is going to get put on YouTube. You're not going to look bad. Do you know what I mean?
If I'd
Like,
have
like,
known, I
like
would've
pretty
known,
face
you know.
aside. Do you know
Well,
what I mean?
if I'd have known, I knew he was going to use it for something, which is fine, use it for whatever. But if I'd have known, I would have,
Yeah, but
made
believe
my
it or
hair
not,
look a little bit better.
maybe for me next time.
But
30,000 people watching that, not for drama, but for truth. Each video a case study in overreach, each frame a lesson in rights, and tonight, Colindale becomes Exhibit A.
No, because I would use reason and common sense and logic
But
to
if
know
someone's
that
being
that
obstructive-
that an alleged terrorist. Yeah, but I can be obstructive. It's not illegal for me to be obstructive
but
or
we're
to be
not
difficult.
naturally thinking you're a terrorist, Coley.
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
no,
know
but,
who you are.
yeah, but then why was I searched under terrorist legislation?
Because we do get a lot of people.
But you get that a lot, don't you?
No, we get a lot of people filming for CT reasons, so you've got to appreciate that.
I don't
Yeah.
think about it. All right, so you work for the counter-terrorist team. Let's think a little bit logically now. Would a prospective terrorist film a police station, which I don't believe is a high-value target for a
I get you.
police station,
I get
in broad
you.
daylight? Like there would be a more covert way of doing it. If you
There's still
extrapolate
people
based
out
on the
there.
terrorist attacks that have happened in this country,
Yeah.
I don't think many of them have been carried out like with people
But not
filming and in
every-
broad
yeah,
daylight.
I get
He dismantles their logic piece by piece. Would a terrorist film in daylight? The silence answers for them. When logic enters, excuses vanish.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have to be that hard.
How did you
could
find
just-
out? How
you
did
could
you
just
find
tell
out?
me your name.
But like, how is there such an information
Just
failure
so
like
we can
across
have
the
it.
Met?
You can call me Emily and I can call
Yeah.
you whatever your name is. That's
Yeah.
all. That's it. All it is.
But it's like, how do you not know about this? Not one of those officers knew what it was that I was doing. Like, is it that difficult? Like,
Because,
for the
listen,
information to trickle down throughout the Met?
How can you expect every officer?
No, but these
especially-
auditors-
listen, especially we've got a lot of new ones coming through.
Yeah.
How can you expect every officer to know who you are?
their defense collapses. Just doing our job isn't enough, because duty without reason is tyranny, and this camera just exposed it. Under PACE, officers need reasonable grounds to detain or search. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act applies only to those reasonably suspected of terrorism. No threat, no intel, no suspicion, no authority. That's the law they broke in front of their own station.
Doing all sorts of things. So you've got to realise that. All right.
Okay. My man's come back with the search slip.
Good to chat to you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Get your search slip.
Are you willing to give us your details? I can write my slip.
Don't be stupid, man. Just
No?
write just write down the thing on the paper, man. Next time someone comes this and films, what are you gonna do? Officer, I've asked you a question.
There you go.
Come on, let him.
There's your slip.
Listen to me.
Alright.
Next time someone does this, don't act like this, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know you can get sued.
Whatever you say.
Whatever I
Take
say.
care, Coley.
Alright,
Take
goodbye. I don't know, but anyway, that was Colindale.
He leaves calmly, uncharged, undefeated. The officers left embarrassed. They tried to silence accountability, but ended up starring in it. Justice doesn't always happen in court. Sometimes it happens on camera. If you believe in accountability, share this video. Let others see what happens when power is challenged with truth. Subscribe to Audit Insight. Your support keeps this movement alive, because the fight for transparency doesn't pause when the cameras stop. It only begins.